Until you know how to practice the art of saying no, you don't know how to practice focusing for the things that you're trying to concentrate on.
That's deep. That's deep.
The reason why you heard a long pause, a big silence from me before you said that's deep, because I was practicing respect of reciprocation. When I finish my disclosure, I must always keep my mouth shut and understand that the next 3 steps are for the listener to do, not for me to do. If I felt like I was winning an argument and go on and on and on and on, then I would be interfering with the conversation, wasting your time and my time. Because I understand that the second step of reciprocation is comprehension. You were trying to comprehend what I disclosed. That's why you didn't say anything. You were trying to work the second step in your head. And because I understood that, that's why I went along with your silence and not interfere with the second step. And then after you comprehend, you do the third step as the listener. You did the third step. The third step is consideration. That step is also done in your head. And that's why the silence is even longer. The silence was so long because you had to do 2 steps at once inside your mind. It took you only a second to wrap up the cycle of communication with only 1 word or a short sentence. That's deep. That step is called acknowledgement. Until I hear your acknowledgement, the communication cycle was incomplete. And that's why I had to refrain myself from saying anything so that you have a chance to finish the last 3 steps of reciprocation. And as soon as you acknowledge that's deep, then I can jump in and disclose what you've just heard. It's a new thing. So, do you see how I display respect every minute in this conversation and thus in my life?
Yeah, sure did. Yeah.
The risk of practicing this kind of respect to the max is that at my age, you tend to forget where the conversation was going.
You're funny.
But it's not, it may be embarrassing, but it's not unacceptable for me to ask you, where were we? I rather feel embarrassed than to be disrespectful.
What made you train yourself to this point? Or how did you get to this point?
Because I have the knowledge from the book.
You wrote the book.
Exactly. And it's like English. I see that for the rest of my life, I will never be able to master this knowledge. It's like English because it is language. It is a language. Thumoslang, Thumos, Thumos language, but we shorten it to refer to it as Thumoslang. So Thumoslang is not a philosophy; it's a language. It's a nomenclature. Do you know what nomenclature means?
Like naming of things?
Naming system. If you want to become an engineer, you need to understand how to. If you want to become an engineer, you need to understand how to use the nomenclature of engineering. What do you call this in that engine? What do you call this in the other engine? If you don't understand the nomenclature, you cannot become an expert in that subject.
So use training, personal training, as an example. So give me an example of the same instance. Give me a nomenclature. You mean like the body parts? Like, what do you mean? Give me an example. How does that
Focus.
apply?
That means say no. That is a thumbnail definition. You know what a thumbnail is? When you look on YouTube, you browse the list of videos. Each image on that list is a thumbnail to give you a sneak preview of what's in the video. That's a thumbnail.
Oh.
And a thumbnail definition. Thumbnail, that means a short definition using Thumoslang syntax. So thumbnail is a definition with that begins with 3 words, the name of the concept, and then that means, and then 2 or 3 words to define. So that syntax is called a thumbnail syntax. So when I say focus, that means say no. I gave you a thumbnail definition of what focus means. And Thumoslang has 5, as of now, 500 or 600 of these thumbnail definitions. Only a third of them are in the book. The 2/3 are not yet in the first book. And Thumoslang is a nomenclature for relationships. In fact, in Thumoslang, here's another thumbnail definition. Thumos, that means master of relationships. If you want to become a master of relationship, you need to speak Thumoslang. That is a nomenclature of in mastering relationships. And the reason why you're coming back to me, because I don't waste your time, because I speak the nomenclature that you can see what I'm saying quickly without rambling. So, and that's why you feel like you can get what you need from me in a hurry every time. And the reason is because everything I say has a definition, and it's not what it means to me, but what it means universally to everyone in every context. Did I answer your question?
You sure did. So, in regards to business, like I told you, I'm a personal trainer. How did you, or how can I get a system running?
That's a loaded question. That's a loaded question. A loaded question means that you package a dozen questions into one. So it's very difficult to answer.
Okay, let me backtrack that. As a new entrepreneur, as a young entrepreneur, right? How do you